Hello and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the 4th grade concept of relating fractions and decimals. This is standard 4.2G in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 8 off the 2021 released STAAR test. If you have not done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and then we will look at our answers together. So we need to find an equation that shows a decimal and a fraction that are equivalent. Now we need to know what this word means, but it's pretty easy to kind of see that word equal right there. You just kind of drop the I and the V, you see that word equal, and then you see all these equal signs. So that means 3 of these are going to be incorrect. 1 of these is going to be correct. And the most important thing that we're going to need here is going to be our place value chart. And you see that we've got 4 places that we're going to need to deal with here. So we're going to have 2 to the left of the decimal, 2 to the right of the decimal. So if we want to start labeling this, we start at our decimal point. That is going to be our anchor. So to the left of the decimal is the ones place. And to the left of that is our tens place. And if we wanted to keep continuing, we could go hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, but we just need the tens and the ones. Now to the right is where we start our fractional terms. We have tenths, so it's like tens, but we just have the ths at the end. And then we've got hundredths. And that's really as far as we need to go. And that's going to be very important for us as we start building our decimals here. So let's start. We could start with our decimal and move to a fraction, or we could do it the other way if we wanted to. Let's do a little bit of both. Let's start with F. And let's build this right here. 23.5. So that's what we have, 23.5. So how we write this as a mixed number is we take the number that is to the left of the decimal, and that is going to be our whole number. Right? That's going to be our big number right here. We take the numbers to the right of the decimal, that becomes our numerator right there. So that's pretty easy. 23 and 5. The tricky part is, where's this number sitting on the place value chart? It's sitting in the tenths spot, which means your denominator is going to be 10. So it's 23 and 5 over 10, or 23 and 5 tenths. So as you can see, that is incorrect. It has an extra 0. So we don't really need that. And so that is going to be incorrect. So let's check our G here. We've got 23, and they give us 2 5s, 0.55. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to take the numbers to the left of the decimal. That is our whole number. We're going to take the numbers to the right of the decimal. That is going to be our numerator. So this is a 2-digit numerator. Your numerator can have as many numbers in it as you want to. What we put in our denominator is the tricky part. That is what place value it is sitting in. It is currently in the hundredths spot because it's 2 over from the decimal. So you need 23 and 55 over 100. And as you can see, we're close, but we need an extra 0 there. 55 tenths isn't going to work. We need an extra 0. So both F and G are incorrect. Now, what we can do here is we could also start with our fraction. So we've got 23 and 5 tenths. So let's build that. So I'm going to put my 23, as I keep saying, to the left of my decimal. And I'm going to take, this is my numerator. It's going to go to the right of the decimal, and it's going to go in the tenths spot. So that means it's going to be 23.5, because you see I've got my 5 in the tenths spot. So this is 23 and 5 tenths. So I built it from the fraction. But as you can see, we have an extra 0, so that is incorrect. Let's hope it's J. Let's build it from our fraction. We got 23.50, because it's going to be a 50 that ends in the hundredth spot, because the final spot is in the hundredth spot right there. So it looks like 23.50, because that's what I just built. 23 and 50 hundredths. And as you can see, this is very close right here, 23.5. But you know what? We really don't need a 0 after a number in the decimal. So 23.5 is the same as 23.50, J.